Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. This is going to be a current household. I decided that I was going to do this because I still need to work on getting things set up in my Brielle story stuff, and hopefully on Wednesday I will have the kids' room stuff and the backyard stuff. So I'll be able to kind of incorporate that stuff a little bit since Brielle is pregnant, as we found out in the last part. So we're gonna do this because I've been obsessively playing this household for a little bit, and this is a family that I've had for a little while in The Sims 4, but I hadn't really started to get back into playing until now. So there's that. And right now it is sorry, my nose itched. We have our 3 Sims here, and actually she's pregnant right now, so soon to be 4 or 5, since he's a twin and you have higher chance of having twins if you are a twin. So that's how that goes. He is right now actually working out, I think, for his job. Nope, he's actually got that complete, so he can probably stop. But anyway, so this is, well, I started with her mom, so this is like the second, now 3rd generation born. Actually gonna go ahead and pull up the family trees. I hate how, like, EA needs to fix that, because anytime that a Sim is pregnant now, it says that they're right at aging up. So I don't know what started that one. But anyway, load, because I know you're not gone. Anyway, so this is the family tree as of right now. These two are Carolina's parents. This is her full brother, and these two are her half siblings. Novalie passed away whenever Carolina was a teenager, and she died because of anger, because Novalie had, I don't know, it was a while ago, but she ended up cheating on David with Connor here and having Brooklyn, and she'd actually led David to believe that Brooklyn was his for quite a while until she aged into a teenager, and then it was like, okay, that kid is definitely not mine. She doesn't look like me. She barely looks like you. So, and Carolina, Brooklyn looks a lot like her father, so there's that. So that's how that all went down, and she passed away, and he'd moved out of the house and was only gonna have the kids on the weekend, and he'd met Elaine, and they had Caleb, and this one's Caleb, by the way, obviously. But anyway, so they had Caleb, and he was only going to have Carolina and Raven on weekends, and then Novalie passed away. And Carolina was like, Dad, you don't have to move back in. I know that the house probably has some bad memories for you because of everything with Mom. I can handle it. I can do it. You know, I can get a job. I can handle this. And he was excuse me, he let her test it out for a week, and they were struggling a little bit. She was making enough at her job to cover the bills, but her grades were slipping a little bit, and he could tell just how stressed out she was. She was in a relationship at the time, so it was really difficult. So he told her, I don't care, I'm moving back in. And that was that. He moved back in. Carolina does not get along with Elaine very much. She talks to her a little bit, but they don't have any kind of close bond or anything. Carolina knows that what her mom did was wrong, but she still loves her mom anyhow. I think her and her mom had the closest relationship, but her and her dad have gotten back to where their relationship is close. So, after Carolina became an adult, her and Dominic had moved in together. I think his dad works somewhere big. Yeah, no, something. He was able to get into the banking career really easily. Or not banking, but the business. He was able to get into the business career very easily and get up in the higher ranks very quickly. So he was actually basically set for life from the moment he hit young adulthood. So they moved into this really nice, fancy house, and not soon after, being the young adults that they were, and not being careful and thinking that, oh, that's not going to happen to me, Carolina fell pregnant. And Dominic, he never wanted kids. He didn't want a child. He didn't care for children. Well, I don't remember if he hates children or not, but he doesn't like children very much. He didn't want any children. And it kind of caused a big falling out between the two because, you know, he wanted her to get rid of the kid. He wanted her to either put the kid up for adoption or abort it or whatever she had to do, whatever she felt comfortable with. He just did not want that kid. And she told him, you know, it's us or nothing because I'm not giving up my child. So they broke up. They're still friends. You know, they realize romantically they're not for each other, but they can still be friends for Hazel's sake, Hazel being their daughter. And so that's kind of where that stands. She invites him over sometime to spend time with Hazel. She doesn't really send her over there because he doesn't have the space. It's more of a bachelor pad than it is anything else. So it doesn't have the space for a child. So after they broke up and after Hazel was born and became a child, she met Zach. Zach is the child of Don Lothario and another sim of mine, Arisa. And they came from a different save file that I was trying to mesh my save files, so long story short. And Zach is actually a twin. Him and Blake are nearly identical. The only difference in their appearance is their hair color and their eye color, and I changed the hair color because I didn't want all black-haired sims. So, and then they had Nick and Laura. Laura is like one of my favorite sims ever. She's gorgeous. Anyway, so these two met and they hit it off really quickly. She told him about Hazel. She introduced Zach as a friend in the beginning of their relationship because she didn't want Hazel to get the idea of, you know, moms jumping from guy to guy to guy if they didn't end up working out. And they did. He proposed to her. It was beautiful. They eloped because they couldn't afford an actual wedding because, sorry for all the clearing of my throat, they couldn't afford an actual wedding, so they went ahead and did that. Her dad actually lent them or gave them $5,000, so they only, to their name, they only really have 1,714 because I don't even remember if they paid bills yet. I think they paid bills. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, I think they paid bills because usually it comes up on that first screen. So they paid bills. He gave them $5,000 so that they would be able to build onto this house because of the new baby. Because, you know, it would be fairly difficult to fit another bed or two in here. And if it is twins, there's no way that you're going to get 3 kids in this one room. So, I don't know how I plan on expanding the house, but I'm going to do it at some point. So, there's that. And, whoops, I hit the mic, sorry. And so, that's that. That's where it's kinda at right now. I'll probably play through the rest of this evening. Hazel, she has a decent relationship with Zach. Like, they're about halfway. They're friends. she gets along with him. Her and Carolina are really close. You know, there for a little bit, Hazel was all Carolina really had because she was living on her own. Yeah, she had her parents and everything, but... And, yeah, I need to get to work on Hazel knowing everyone in her family. She doesn't know half of her family. She knows her grandfather on... Well, she knows her step-grandfather on Dad's side. Well, stepdad's side, but she does call Zach Dad. She doesn't really see Dominic enough to really call him Dad. And he would much prefer not being called Dad, because he knows he's not. So, I actually need to take Hazel over to meet the rest of her family. So, probably end up doing that tomorrow sometime, because she doesn't know Elaine at all, which is weird because they went over for dinner one night, but they need to do that again. Anyway, so that's how that is. And she's very smart. She's got the whiz kid aspiration. She's like right at the cusp of getting an A in school. So I'm excited for that, because she's a smart little cookie. She needs to get these things up. I usually get at least one child aspiration through, and I plan on trying to get 2 with her so that she can be a little bit more leveled out, so that she doesn't only have to focus on one thing. I do have lifespan on long because I feel like whenever it's on normal it's too short, but if it's on long it's too long. I wish I knew how to tune it so that I could make it like where long is half of what it is. Ugh. Sorry, I'm in the basement still, so any noises or anything, yeah, it's because it's the basement. That's where all the coughing and sniffling and all that's coming from, because, yeah. I don't do well with damp spaces. Anyway, so that's that. I do plan, I think, on doing a video that's going to go through stuff with the MC Command Center and what I have of it. I don't have all of the things for it. I have the base mod, the Woohoo, well, yeah, the Woohoo mod, which is on, well, one's on Mod The Sims, and then the other one's on the Mod The Sims sister site, because it's more quote-unquote adult because of the Woohoo aspect of it. And then I just recently put the pregnancy mod in, because originally I had the pregnancy mega mod, and totally off topic, I know, but I've had the pregnancy mega mod, and I kind of don't like how it has this to where you can tell as soon as they're pregnant. So there's that. I actually had to change how many children she's having because whenever I moved the mod in, it screwed stuff up, but that's off topic still. So anyway, other stuff that I could also share is that most of these guys are actually, well, him and her are in relationships with people in her family. He is dating Brooklyn, and she's dating Raven. I don't know why that doesn't show up. It should. Usually it does. That's weird. Anyway, I did all that yesterday. That was fun. I really like Windenburg. I have them living in Windenburg because that's where Dominic is living. I keep wanting to call him Lewis because his last name is Dominic Lewis. And that's actually Hazel's last name too, because Carolina kind of wanted to connect them in some way originally. She might talk to Dominic though about changing Hazel's last name to Lothario or something. But Hazel looks a lot like her mom. Like, oh my gosh. And actually, Carolina used to have glasses too, but Carolina stopped wearing them. She wears contacts now. But I don't think Hazel will. It depends. We'll see. But she's studying up on her gardening because right now she's focusing more on her creative aspects of things. So she's been writing books. She doesn't have like a steady job. but she does have money coming in from her books that she writes, so I think she makes more than he does right now because he only just recently started on his career. Aw, he's gonna go kiss her. I love how they do that sometimes. I'm actually gonna cancel her reading her book so that he can do that. Oh, I think that interrupted him. Yep. Come here. They really do love each other a lot, though. And he is excited about this pregnancy. They actually were trying for a baby. Because with the mod that I've got, it makes it so that you can try without really hitting the try for baby. So just risky woohoo. And they did that so many times and they couldn't get pregnant. And they decided, you know, one more time. And they ended up pregnant. And she's not really showing yet. Because she's only in the first trimester. I wish that it would go back to how... Here, put this in her inventory. I wish that... It didn't work. I wish that it would go back to how it used to be, like with The Sims 3, where they would gradually get the bigger belly. Because they don't in The Sims 4. In The Sims 4, it's just like, belly pop. She can now research whatever on the computer. Research on Simpedia. Blech. I need her to be able to make emotion potions. Come on, kiddo. You've got a couple hours until you gotta go. Well, maybe not, because your energy bar's full. How did that happen? How was your energy bar full? I think it's because I was switching households so much. Glitch. He just kind of like, bleh. Just like, white arms. I didn't know arms could bend that way, Zach. They just stopped talking for whatever reason, so have him go to the bathroom. They can release, or her go to the bathroom. That was my bad. I thought it was on him. But I need to stop talking so fast. But I don't know what to help you do, Zach. Because you need to go to the bathroom too. Well, go ahead and take a shower. Hopefully my siblings are actually decent people, because I can hear the phone ringing upstairs. Half the time I'm the only one that answers it. But anyway. Don't know what else to say, but I don't want the video to be too short. But my plans for in the future with them, I'm not really sure. I definitely, like, I don't know, if you ever feel like your Sims game isn't, what's the word? Interesting enough. If your Sims game isn't interesting enough, remember, like, I don't know, associate them with real people. Try to get into the mindset that they are real people. It really helps. Like, before, I was getting just really burnt out on Sims and playing Sims, and it felt like it was all the same thing, and I get that a lot with The Sims 4, because in The Sims 3, I was more of a family-oriented simmer. I did a lot of big families where they had a lot of kids, and they were always teaching toddlers things, and they were always doing something to better teach. So there was always a toddler in the house, almost. I always had big families where it was like 2 adults and 6 kids. And in the end, you know, with Sims 4, it's just kind of like meh, because I don't really have that anymore, because they don't have toddlers. And I keep seeing in different places where people have said that they're never adding toddlers, but I haven't seen that. I've seen where they've said that they didn't have the time to add toddlers yet, but I haven't seen where they've said that they are never adding toddlers. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just too hopeful. I'm hoping that since they've added the nanny and they've added the backyard stuff and the kids stuff, where it does kind of have more things for kids to do, they might start focusing a little bit more on the family aspect, and hopefully they realize that that is what Simmers want, you know? On all the Sims posts on Facebook and stuff, all you see is toddlers. Where are the toddlers? When are we getting toddlers? Bring back the toddlers. Or, and then, you know, you get like the speckled bits of supernatural and seasons and pets, and I don't think that I think that eventually they're going to add seasons and pets. Those ones are very much wanted, they're very popular, so they're not going to just cut them out completely. So, there's that. I should have brought my water down, but I didn't think to do it. And I do, like, I don't know, completely off topic before I end the video. I do plan on hopefully adding a little bit of more like real talk type stuff, where I'll talk about mental health and stuff like that, because I know... How did I get 2 Volume 1 gardening books? What? I bought these because I didn't have any. Oh well. Oh, one was a glitch. That's great. I don't think I'm gonna save this. Because I just sold the gardening book and they don't have the money to buy another one. And if I save it, it might completely glitch out her inventory, and that would suck. So, these two are so cute together. He just comes up and randomly kisses her. That's so sweet. I don't think she needs anything, but I'm gonna let them just do them. I think I have autonomy on. I'll let them do them for a little bit so that you can watch what they're doing while I'm talking. But, whoops. I do kind of want to have... What are you doing? If you're getting juice... Oh, okay, you're cleaning out the spoiled food. What are you doing? Okay, sure. You guys do that. Anyway, I do kind of want to have talks. I'm still trying to figure it out how I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to do it from my cell phone because the camera on this computer kind of is poo-worthy. And it's not very good. So... I am going to do something along those lines because I want to be able to support people, you know, because I know what it's like to have family that's like, you're making it up, you're faking it, you're lying, and I want other people to be able to have a space where they can talk and open up and all of that stuff, so... And, you know, maybe we'll all find out stuff about ourselves and each other by doing that. But the sound started up in the basement again. Darn you, whatever air thing. And hopefully, eventually, I can get to where I can film on a desktop. Because I know if I move around too much that this tends to tear and look really crappy. And I don't know if there's anything that I can do to change that. I'm using OBS, and I think that the only way that I could really change it is with a better CPU, and it's a laptop. I can't have a better CPU. So, anyway, thank you for watching. I know I rambled a lot, and I apologize. If you're still here, I really appreciate it, because I know I can get off topic and ramble, so... Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!